Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope you are well. Second episode here. We're going to go from Plat 2 possibly to Plat 3, I guess. Couple of little things here. So, this drill from the previous series is still golden. Resetting the ball in free play. Pressing the left button on the D-pad, okay, to make the ball go towards the net. Now, sort of line yourself up, obviously, on this path lane. And then all you're going to do is jump up and side flip it to wherever the ball has a bit of bias. So you can get into the middle. You can shoot it. Okay, maybe not that far. That's gone. That's just not even thingy. So come here, do a little fake, send it in. Get on the inside of it, send it to the outside. What you would do is grab and come up. If a situation happens where the ball is going really quick, ignore the boost and go straight to the ball and get high. That'll use this as a trap, okay? So again, just here, get it to go, and then on the inside to the outside. If you're perfectly in line and it comes directly at you, you've got a few choices. You can backflip. If you're really slick, you can, let me just get into this position, it's kind of hard to do. You can actually sort of like double jump into an aerial. If you were, you know, playing at a high level maybe. I did onto the backboard. It's a bit hard to get enough power on these shots because obviously if it was that powerful, you wouldn't do that. And you can also, if you're really sneaky, you can sneak into the middle and then side flip it towards the outside. And that's probably the way to go in all honesty. The other thing you can do is if you've got a teammate, obviously you leave it for them. But this is assuming you're last man, which you will be in solo queue. So you just want to get used to that. So really good drill there. Another thing I want to point out is a recovery that I use a lot. So if I'm in net, and let's say the ball's here. Let me just get the ball there. Oops. Sorry, guys. I want the bounce. There we go. Okay, so if the ball's here, and it's bouncing, I'm in net, and I'm thinking about clearing it, right? So I'm here. The opponents, I can see they're not there. And you're going to go up, and you hear your teammate, or it sounds like they're going to go. All you've got to do is go up, and then just backflip. I use it all the time. On offense as well. Now, if I'm on offense, and I'm about to score this, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And I go up and I see my teammate fly past. I'll just backflip out for safety. And that can be used all over. You can use it if you're, you know, shadowing like this. You can actually use a similar thing. So let's say the opponents are up and you've shadowed and you've turned up for a save and they've missed. You can always like half flip back into the net and do stuff like that, or backflip, whatever. So good mechanics to work on that is, guys. Excuse me. So you can just practice. Like just jumping up, doing that, and then just half flipping out of it if you want. It's a good way to recover when the ball's already been hit away. But yeah, we'll get into today. We'll see how we do. Hopefully, we didn't have any complaints actually. There was no complaints last week about the mechanics used, which is nice. So hopefully the mechanics, everyone's happy with the mechanics that we've used. Obviously, I try and use less than we need. But yeah, any questions, put them in the chat, guys. We're going to get the Grand Champ, add a little as we go, but I'm going to try and focus on different elements to this series that we didn't cover in the last one. All right. Here we go then. We are against Wild Max V and FN, and we're with Mark Zoz. All right. Are they like Mark Zaduza? I'm going to come here into the middle. Always come into the middle on this kickoff. Again, it's similar to... Even if you're following a kickoff, you kind of want to come into the middle, and that allows you this freedom of movement. We're on the ball, so we're looking at going inside. So remember the diamond, so we sort of go inside here, even though he's coming in, and then we'd go around the outside. Okay, that's all we need for now. I know he's right there. You know, I did see him the whole time, but that's what we're going to get used to. So we're here, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm going to go for a save, or they're going to come in. If they didn't come in there, I think we're scoring. We're going to move in because we're first man. So here's the diamond shape. We're going to... Never mind. All right. Well, we're going to go out to the outside wall or whatever, and then into the middle. But our teammate didn't see us in front of them. So we're going to move back here. We're in the middle line. We give a slight bias here, and we'd use the single jump that time. Oh, yeah, I know what I wanted to cover as well. So we're going to come in, and then we're going to go out. You can pick up loose balls, because that's what you're looking for, right? Obviously, I'm not going to pick them up because you guys may not be able to spot them yet. But the idea with this series is hopefully you'll start spotting loose balls. And those are balls that no one really owns, that I think... As a second man, I can get there first. Nice save. Like this. This is a loose ball. No one owns it. I want to own it. Because now if they dive, they're going to be screwed. Because they shouldn't dive. Because it instantly allows us to attack. Straight back into the middle. Now I'm second man. But again, I'm not forcing the issue. I'm waiting my turn. And if I don't get a turn, big deal. Here, rotate. Doesn't matter. Now we're the last man. We're going to slight bias. Slightly over to the same side. And now we're not last man. As in on our own. We're going to come here. Always keep your eyes peeled for that. You can jump, you can side flip if they come in at a different angle. which I will show you one of the days. And we're here. And then we're going to use that touch. Oh my god, we nearly got hit. To play it towards the outside. And we're safe again. Now we're not so safe. We're safe again. And we're going to move in here. And then we're going to move away because I hear my teammate. You know, really powerful to use your ears. If you can. And then we're here. Now I'm in the net. I can't really come out of the net. This is one of the problems. I could if I was really slippy. Yeah, nice shot. You know, that's a great shot because it's a hook shot. I could if I was really slippy. I could come out and like turn away. But the issue is my teammate dove into the corner. So either way, I'm in a bad position because they own the ball. And because they own the ball, I can't just dive on that ball. Even though you could argue that's probably your only chance. But that's why 2v1s are so brutal. Because your only chance of winning is a 0, 100. A bit of luck, really. I'm just going to do that. Try and tap that to the outside. Oh. Okay. So back in the net we go. Good shot there. We had a good position. We'd have to be more proactive. But this is one of the reasons that dodging is difficult. But again, with solo queue, so I don't want to add too much. I want to make it realistic. And we're here. Thought about it. But it is the first man's responsibility. But again, this is just shot game. This is just a shot game. So we're here. So we're going to think of that diamond if we can get to it. I'll try and explain that diamond pattern. Okay, never mind. It's going to be difficult, this rank. It's going to be difficult. This looks similar to Grand Champ, to be quite honest. We're in the corner, just chilling. Just trying... Oh, never mind. Teammate prioritizes the corner instead of the net. Still happens. Still happens. It happens in every... This happens in literally... This is the same as GC3. The game doesn't improve as far as that sort of thinking. We're just going to jab that. And we're going to rotate. But yeah, like if you're second man, if you're in defense and your teammate is in front of you, and the ball's in the corner, you have to stay in the net. It's the only way. Okay, so we're in this position. Okay. So what you'll find in these ranks is what makes it so difficult is no one actually owns the ball. This guy's the only guy. This guy's good. They're actually owning the possession. This FN guy. They're like controlling it a bit more, but that's probably a goal. We're going to move up, and it is. So what happens, what causes the goal? They are trying to fight the movement of the ball. The ball's moving against them. They're coming across and they're trying to flip it out. That gets everyone. And even pros will miss hit that ball. And that's the difference. So people say, oops, Daisy. They'll say, well, you got these touches. But the touches come from selecting the right touches. I wouldn't dream of doing that as second man because I'm never going to get the touch. It's a blink of an eye touch. Okay, we're just going to move back down here. Hit the golden pad. Boom. Into the net. Wait for this shot. And we're going to move forward here. Fast this time. It's a shame. We're going to wait here. We're just going to slowly come to a stop. And they've missed that as well. Okay. I thought they might hit it off the backboard. We'd be okay. Even though I say not to go past that boost. Because there was no one else. We can. Because there was no other opponents in front of us. Okay, that's fine. Again, I'm just there. I'm just there making sure. Wow, we got... What the heck? Okay, maybe this rank's better than I thought. Whoa, holy moly. Right, this is a great one, isn't it? Why is that a goal, guys? He's defending wide. Well, I don't understand why. Because he'll redirect it into the net. My teammate misses the shot. If he doesn't miss the shot, it's a goal because there's no one blocking the goal. No one in the goal side position. And in that situation, he misses it. But because the opponent's wide on the outside, they funnel it into the net. You know, I know pros who will actually question, like, how did that 50 go to my net? Because you're on the outside of the ball, man. So we're going to move into this. We're going to grab this. Just going to touch it forward. But I stay close here. I stay close. And here's that diamond. Here's the diamond. Did you see it? I'll try and draw it on the map after. We're going to go here and then here. Not the best 50 for me. Obviously, you just execute that quick. I'll go for a low 50. It's a never open net. This is great. And this is one of the reasons diving works so well is because everyone's on the outside of the board. They just smash it. And look, he's not central. So it's so hard to hit a ball that goes central. Wouldn't you rather just hit a central ball? So you can dive. But here's the thing. You can't dive because if you dive, your teammate will also dive. And that's a double commit. So this is how you win in solo queue. You'll notice I'm not actually playing well. Just try and block as much as we can. And notice this movement. That karate chop movement. We'll just have to let that go in. So I'm here. And I jump and I rotate my car. Watch this. See that? See now I was side onto the shot. Obviously here, it's unfortunate. We didn't get it to the corner. But it's fine. We can't say that. It's too over the top. So I've done nothing. So the great thing about this, you know, people out there are just going to say, well, dude, I got paired with the worst teammate ever, but I won. This could be an opportunity if you bump, but that's fine. And, oh, this is unfortunate. You know, a couple of post-its, so we're nice and central. The difference is I get to stop these attacks. Side flip. You see what I mean? I actually get to stop them and slow them down. I don't redirect them. I don't try and aggress them. When I'm in defense, I'll defend. And we're here. We turn and we go here. Drive, kick out, in. This is really risky from the teammate. Actually, I think they were trying to score an own goal there. Or something. That was a bit weird. Not sure what they're playing at. They've probably figured that at me. They've probably had enough. We should be winning. This guy sucks. But that proves a point, doesn't it? If that's what they're saying, you can't even call it like I'm smurfing. I'm just literally sitting around doing nothing and assisting my teammate for victory, baby. Woo! All right, we're here. Here's the diamond. There. Then we're there. Trying to get that offense going. Again, ideally, they're so far to the outside that it goes past the net. Reality, whoa, baby. This could be a goal. Yep. Reality, I'd just take the middle because they're defending wide. So we'll show you that. We'll just wait here. Just going to wait. A lot of just hitting of the ball. We'll wait for our moment to strike. This could be good off the bounce. Depends what teammate's going to do. They're going to touch it. That's fine. So we're going to flip into the opposite side. I was thinking about taking it at the front post, flipping to the opposite side. We're going to do that. We're going to move in here. And we're going to take the ball into the middle. Take the ball into the middle. Going to grab this. Just going to do that. And I need to get back to second man as fast as I can. Straight down the middle. You guys can drive and hit boost. Boom. Kick out. There. Eye on this guy. Fine. Waiting for my opportunity. And I think I'll take this one. So I'm going to front flip it there to create this counter attack. I'm going to grab this boost. Look at the net. It's open. Just do a single jump. And there it is. Because no one's actually goal side there. So if you look, I mean, really, you just shoot that, but obviously we don't want to do too much. But we just put it towards the middle because everyone's on the outside. They don't have the inside going out. They've got the outside going in. And when you've got the outside going in, it'll go into the net. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. So again, no one's going to look at this and think I played well. That's the that's the thing. I'm not. It's not clear what I am, is it? I'm just a normal dude just sitting around. I'm basically just playing as Magic Johnson. Or maybe nowhere near Magic Johnson, actually. Someone who's not as good as Magic Johnson. Who's not a great point guard. They're all good, aren't they? He's not a good point guard. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. A bad point guard. If anyone has a really bad point guard in the NBA, like the worst point guard of all time, we're still the point guard, though. I mean, that's the main thing. We're still the point guard. All right, come on. Let's get some hook shots, baby. Timiel and Gilly the Kid. I like that name, Gilly the Kid. And Omani. 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10. All right, here we go. Move forward. And that's great because now I'm moving forward and I'm going to be the first person to the ball. That's first man. And I could go in with it. Oh, teammate didn't see me there, so they came right up close. Oh, nice hook shot. We're going to tap that to the outside. We're going to go into second because they already look a little bit riled, this person. They've had their Skittles. They've had their sugar. Back to Thomas, baby. Thomas the Tank Engine. And, I know some of you guys are into the Beatles. I don't know if you know this. Ringo Starr actually did the theme tune for Thomas the Tank Engine. I think it was Ringo. But nothing will beat Octopus Garden. And we're going to come into this position here. Ball's going to come round. Look at the open net. You see that open net? If teammate doesn't hit it, you just drive it forward. If you're in the Pacifist System, you just call it a second man. I got. And then you just drive it forward. Oh, dear. Right, we're going to turn. Oh, dearie me. What is this defending? Baby, I'm telling you, you ain't got to be good in this rank. You just got to master the art of doing nothing. Their second man drives at the ball in an all or nothing play. If they hit that, fair enough, but I can just soak it up. If they miss it, it's a goal. They had 0 boost diving on that ball. My teammate had 0 boost, and they were still able to score. It's all about being a team player. You can't, not everyone can be Zen. There's an obsession with Zen. Who's the next Zen? Who's the next Zen? No one talks about who's the next Cooksa 97, who's the next Monkey Moon, who's the next Fairy Peak. So it's who's the next Zen? Or who's the next Dark? Why? Because they got flip resets, baby. They got flip resets. We're going to move in here and move away. Because I don't rush in. And then I'm here. Because I'm second man, I can't. It's mad if I take a 50 as second man. Let's see what we got here. Are they going to score that? They might do. They might just drive it into the front post. And I'm watching and I'm learning. Okay, this is what this rank's for. I'm learning. Where do these guys hit the ball? Turn, jump and turn. It's so good. Jump and turn. Jump and turn into the net even. I mean, that's really the way you would go, isn't it? Side flip, hold drift if you need to. There we go, we're in this position. And there we go. Because you want to get good at that. What you don't want to do is like be straightening up loads. But I do want to show you something on shadowing if it comes to it in a bit. I'm just spinning around, got something messing around. Sorry guys. So here's a good one. So notice I take the ball with me. That's really important. I've left that boost as a trap and he didn't fall for it. If he challenges, the boost is there for our team. So now I know Omani has no boost. So watch them panic in a second. Watch them panic. There it is. I know they've got no boost. So I kick out to the diamond. And if they look like they're going to challenge, I take the boost. And I can come back with it if I want. And I can slow down if I want. And I can just drive into the net. Just drive into the net. Okay? Nice and easy. They're flailing around. They're diving. Everything's all or nothing. People don't believe in shadowing. So this is they're at the base level of divers, right? They're at the diving level where they can't hit the ball. Maybe actually might be having ping issues, but that's where they're at. They're at level 1 of diving. So what people will tell you is get faster, become better at diving, and you'll have more success. But what we're at is we're looking at, well, I'm trying not to do anything too much. I'm looking at a focused shadowing, but still at the low level. Now, I was waiting until he took himself off goal side there, and then we just push it through because there's a gap behind the ball. That's why you should never fake out of goal side, as second man especially. So imagine I'm coming in for a fake on this ball, right? And it's close here. Like they can score it. Imagine he can definitely score it. I don't want to do this sort of fake because then they just score it. So we're here, inside position, and we're here. And then I'm now second man because teammates come in abruptly, and I'm here. Obviously, you wouldn't come in there as a second man, and then they've rotated, so we come in, and then we turn. Then we pincer, and we go straight. See that little move there? Did I cover that at the start? I don't know if I did. We're going to cover that little pincer in a second after this game. Nice shot. So we're going to cover pincering, and we're going to cover this dead stop, just to let you guys know about it. Hopefully these guys forfeit. There we go. GG. I want to see the rank first, but then I just want to show you this. Okay, come on. See what rank we are. Exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. You go up the ranks so quick in the early ranks because there's not a lot of MMR. Yeah, so we're div free. Right, let me show you 2 things you should add today. We know about side flips, and we know it has to be when you're shadowing the ball. If I'm shadowing this ball, it has to be a perfect side flip so that the momentum is out of reach of the opponent. That gives them confidence when they see it going up the wall to go for an aerial, but the ball's moving too fast. What a lot of you guys do is you shadow for a second, and then you just dive across. Terrible. You're going to get bumped, demoed, and you're actually going to put that ball perfectly up because you're countering their momentum, and then they're going to have really good aerials. So that's why shadowing challenging doesn't work for a lot of you. So how do we get that? We do what's called pincering. So we go in and straighten up and then side flip. But at the beginning, it's really hard to chain that for a lot of people. So you imagine that ball's there, going down there. I'd come here, I'd move in, I'd pincer in, and I'd go for a side flip, and I'd take this possession here, for example. So what you do when you're new, because you're going to have a hard time with that, is when that ball's going down and you're here, you go in, straighten, in, straighten, in, straighten, then you can side flip. And you could have side flipped a bit earlier than that. But that's what you want to practice. Another key point is when that ball's rolling towards your net, move with the energy. Move with the energy. There's your move, okay? Move with the energy. Put it with a side flip. Always a side flip. People get it wrong and they'll do this. Moving with the energy, moving with the energy. And I stop here. That is terrible because if they're diving on the ball, you just lifted it up, you will get dunked and it will be a goal. This is why, if you're ever going to do that, you have to wait for the opponent to back off. So now I can touch that ball because they've backed off or they've overdone it. And now you've got your shot, okay? Otherwise, if they're anywhere near, similar to the thing with the, the lateral dribble, if they're anywhere near, you stay with it, and then you side flip, stay with it, until you can get to a wall or a surface. Either they back off or it gets to a wall. And in a wall is where there's danger for them because you can just redirect it around or you can take it over, whatever. But most people, when it gets to a wall, that's where they'll dive because they see an opportunity. The ball is no longer moving away, it's moving up, but it's not as far for them to travel. So they'll dive and they'll try and hit it. You'll watch this with people. Okay, so this is a good shot. So we're going to come here and then use that move. You see it there? And actually, that's good. going to stay here. Teammate's probably going to go, so I'm going to go there. Where's their second man? I can hear him. Okay, just wanted to know. Always use your camera. Get good at that for the beginning. And we're here. We're here. We're going to chill. We're here. Jump, rotate. I can't hard. So there's my pincer. Straighten up. Side flip. You see that? Pincer, straighten up, side flip. I'm actually going to go into net. There we go. Just in case they dive, which they do. So whenever there's safety, when I know players can't score straight away, that's my opportunity to go straight into the net. That's what I'll do. So like there, when I knew it was rolling up the wall, first thing I do is rolling up the wall. Okay, I can get into deep net. Most people, it goes up the wall, they'll dive. Now, if I was playing at a higher level, let's say this was a Grand Champ lobby, which we'll learn as we go, but we've got to get the fundamentals perfect. What I would do is I would side flip and then I'd probably go up if my teammate was about. And again here, just going to hit that towards that side. But you can hit it anywhere just because my teammate was out. And I don't want to shoot goals. I mean, you don't need to shoot. I think in the past I got to Champ 2 without dodging or something crazy. Or I did four single jumps to Champ 2 in the old days. But now you do kind of have to be more proactive in your defense. You just have to add the right stuff in. And then here. And then maybe we miss. And that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. Just take your time. Have a laugh. Remember, you can slow down. Is that in? No. You can use the little circle on the floor. Is that in? Yeah. And I'm at front post because it's so close to the net now. So now I'm at front post because, look, it'll just keep getting forced there. Whereas now it's in the corner, I go here. And give myself distance in case I go for a pass. So you can really work on this position and master it. This looks like a loose ball, maybe. No, never mind. Into deep net. Pads here. I'm going to wait here for a second. So I thought my teammate went into deep net. And I don't want two of us in deep net. And then I'm here. Back into deep net. We're looking good. We're going to go down the middle. Down the middle. Down the middle. Reverse, jump, rotate, drive. Reverse, jump, rotate, drive. Close down. Nice shot. Excellent shot. Nicely done. Why was that so good? They played it far post, but it looked like they were going to go front post. And then it was a hook shot. That's why hook shots are so deadly. You see that? It's very hard to read a hook shot. So that's brilliant from them. And one of the things you see there is that's just because you give them space. You give them space because you're attacking head on against the players who own the ball. So if my teammate just drove on the inside, they couldn't get that move off. We're going to have to wait. Okay. Side flip. Put yourself into position. And then we're here. See how it's a very aggressive, divey game. No one's got control of this ball. In fact, the only time anyone took control was with that hook shot. Do a little 360 there because I'm not sure. There we go. Wasn't sure what way it was coming. I don't know everything. And I'm here. I'm thinking about it. We're just going to jump up and tap that. The net's kind of open there. And now we're on a 2v1. You would push up there very hard because of that sort of stuff. You want to avoid the demo. So here, here, and down the middle. Down the middle. Out and in. Do you know, I'm so proud to see hook shots. You know, a lot of people never mention hook shots, but I feel like I've been pushing hook shots for so long here. And to start seeing people using the hook shot more, I love it. Really awesome to see. We're going to grab this boost. And then we're going to go onto the inside. And then we're going to go to this back post. Oh dear, oh dear. Teammate left the net. Look at the difficulty they've got because they left the net. And we're here. What a shot. There's no one in the net, so we've got to hit that way. Teammates got ants in their pants. Back in the net. They're too far away. Wow. I don't even know what happened there. This is really cool to see. So what actually happened there? Because the lag can lie to you a little bit. Oh, I see. Okay. Because I thought I had that covered, but I didn't. But again, this is what happened. If they stayed in net, I could use my momentum, which was better at that situation in time to stay with the ball. But it happens. This is what it's all about. This is what you guys got to learn. All right, you're going to have stuff where it becomes impossible. Nice from them. It's an open net here. This is great for us. They just need to slow down and finish these open nets. Everyone's trying to get a great shot. One and done. To score a goal, you can use 6 or 7 moves. But that's the idea. You don't want to force it straight into net straight away. Here we go again. See that guy there? Nice. Really good shot. So I'm trying to simultaneously look at this guy and look at that guy. I did just check to see where he was. I honestly didn't think they'd hit that ball at this rank. You would just go and obviously intercept that. But I don't know if I want to take too high to the air. But maybe I'm going to have to. Maybe I'm disrespecting these people by acting like they can't do that. I honestly thought they wouldn't be able to hit a ball. at this rank, but it's gotten better. It has gotten better, but it's the same stuff. The stuff that's happening doesn't surprise me. Grab this, grab this. So we only need 2 goals here. Let's see if we can get them. There we go. This could be a goal if they jab it. Nice. It comes off the ceiling. Let's see. I'm going to do a fadeaway 50. I'll grab that. I'm going to move in. Now, what are you noticing here? Why we're not able to get a goal? Because my teammate's attacking forward. And so what's happening is the ball's constantly moving away from us. So we're here. Now we're going to move it here. We're going to try and avoid that demo. And now we're here. Okay, so now I've got space. I can think about moving the ball. Okay, that could be a goal. They calm down there. Okay, they didn't actually need to jump there. The goal would have scored itself. The opponent would have scored an own goal. All right, doesn't look like we're going to win. Just going to throw one of those in. Not to finish it. GG. Difficult one. That was a difficult one. And again, this is the reality. It's much harder in these ranks to do anything. Because, well, 1, I actually don't know how much to use. But 2, because the players just can't do anything with the ball. So you'll see there a couple of times we're on the ball, teammate just hits it away. That wouldn't be so bad if, like the teammate before, they could score that. You know, they actually do something with it. But a lot of open net misses. It isn't going to be good. So there we go. All right, we are with Siegfried Soul. We're against a Grand Platinum. This could be difficult. You know what surprised me? I don't have the highest ping here. I honestly thought I'd have the highest ping on this server. Or one of them. But there's a lot of people who have like 200 ping in these servers, which is interesting. We're going to come here. See, that's the difference. Straight away, with 200 ping, this guy can score a goal. And there's nothing different on the defense. You know, the net is open here, and they've just got the shot on target. There is a level of reliability that you have to have when you're playing like this sort of player that I'm playing. Obviously, when we get up the ranks, we will be scoring goals. But at the moment, we don't need to score goals. And if the times I've tried to score goals or tried to set someone up, I'm just getting smashed off the balls by my teammate. Okay, interesting. So I actually got a bit fake there again. So when this ball comes in here, that touch threw me and that miss threw me. I thought my teammate was going to hit it, and then I actually thought the other guy was going to miss it. So I think I've got to get some more respect to these players. They got speed for it. What is going on? Wow, they can hit that as well. Interesting. I mean, it looks very basic, doesn't it? But they're actually connecting. Nice. Okay, this is weird. Well, this could be an easy game for us. I don't know if this is normal at this rank. But again, no one is defending the middle. That's the big thing. No one's defending the middle. And I'm basically playing with my controller down. I mean, I'm in the positions where you'd normally do something, and you'll notice I'm not really doing a lot. It's like, you don't want to get involved in the, what they call it, the animal kingdom, the circle of life. I can't save the mouse from the cat. I can't get involved because it's nature. So we're going to use that position and double jump there to play it to safety. And because it's stuck, I'm going to go to here. I'm going to definitely keep more of an eye out for this player. And we're going to go back here. Very relaxing for now. Now we're just going to go tap that. Maybe a little bit earlier than I normally would. Okay, so we're first man. We're going to take this ball. We're going to go slowly. Now look at their defense. Notice they weren't defending the net. So if you just shoot that, that's a goal. So that's unfair. We can turn here because the ball's coming across to us. Lateral dribble. Za, 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 za. Ah. Just ruin the greatest hook shot of all time. Whoa, I'm stuck. There we go. Oh, again, I'm getting tripped out with these guys. I honestly thought he'd go for that. So if you look at this here, I did get tripped, don't get me wrong, but it looks like he's going to go challenge it, and then he drives towards it and just turns off. Strange. How strange. I mean, that's the problem with rotation. Mind you, their ping's quite high, but that's probably the issue with rotation is that the ball, the people could just stop a ball going into the net and they'll actually rotate away. He's going to drive up here, not go for it. Incredible. They got air dribbles? What? And air rolls? Wait a minute. Season 2 Grand Champion. What's happened here? Season 2 Grand Champion. What is going on? That's funny. They got speed flip kickoffs. Okay, baby. Okay. Nice save. I'm really confused here. I gotta be honest, I'm really confused. This don't seem right to me. This could be a goal, though. Yeah, you see how it's so funny, Rocket League. These guys could genuinely be Plat because their defending's awful. I mean, look at this. He goes to the corner. Again, no one's defending the net. And so he's cutting across. He's not matching the ball and taking it. He's cutting across. You have to do that as a last-second measure. But the problem with that is what we just saw. Okay, we're going to leave that boost for teammate. Normally you'd take that. Interesting. Interesting. Try and get to second man spot, which we try to in this rank. Because they don't let you have first. Could be an opportunity. Take it here. We're going to have to watch out because we might get demoed. Just going to do a hook shot off the wall and just drive off. Just because I don't want to do too much. I didn't want to shoot, which would have kept the ball low enough. But I also didn't want to get demoed. I don't know if that's too much. There's an open. Ah, you see the madness. Open net, and he just plays it into their corner. What is going on? You can see why like these mechanical players just stay in their rank. So notice that move there. I jump, but I don't know where he's putting it. He tried to go behind, so I backflip. But because I'm in this position, in that angle, even here, I'm in this position, I should have, I don't know if I can get it there, the whole net covered with any sort of flip. So I knew it was going to be pretty safe. Move into this. There we go. It's another goal, maybe. He's going to kick out. Can I get a goal today? No, I can't. But this is great. I've not done anything. But look at the defending. The guy can air dribble with air rolls. Do you know what I mean? He can air dribble with air rolls. And then this happens. And he can speed flip. What? What? Guys, what are you playing? It doesn't make sense. Oh, man. This game's so funny. Like, it's so broken. Oh, okay. He's letting me have the ball. I'm going to jab that because I want these guys to go into the air. Yeah, his aerials aren't actually that good unless they're set up. So we block the middle. So now I can always jump up and send that to the side. Sweep and face. Sweep and face, guys. Oh. Just like my uncle, the janitor. Sweep and face. There's a side flip. You could obviously go in fast to this, but we've just chilled here. It doesn't really matter. Oh, teammates left the net. There you go. You see how you could see it coming? Second man. And that's what you guys are doing. Diamond, gold, champ, grand champ. You're leaving the net. Oh, pros do this. Obviously, remember that replay I did as a joke, and it was actually Monkey Mood Z, and they were all just doing the same mistake over and over. Whoa, baby. Yeah, they're leaving the net when they're about to get scored on, which is a bit crazy. So don't do that. If I didn't spot that they were going to do that, we would have got scored on. Let's grab this. Let me do this. I can't tell if he wants me to go. He wants me to go. So I'm going to fake because I own the ball. I'm just going to do that. Don't want to do anything special. I don't want to jump inside. You'd normally jump inside foot there. Here's our opportunity to score. Oh, it's open again. I was going to take him out. And he's gone. Grand Plat has left. Absolutely interesting, isn't it? Messed up. All that air roll mechanic air dribble. You go, wow. This guy's a smurf or something. This is incredible. They got all this stuff. Can't save a ball, an easy save, because they're moving so fast. Isn't it funny how badly they've been brainwashed, you know, to believe that they've got to play fast? It's crazy. They were grand champ in season 2. That says a lot for season 2. Yeah, there you go. But it just shows you the defending hasn't changed. That was literally grand champ level defending. In season 2, whatever that is, new score season 2, that was grand champ defending. There is no defense in the high ranks until you get to the really high ranks. That's the crazy thing for me. It's a completely different game. So I don't know what happened where it just became so normal just not to defend. All right, we're with we don't actually know who we're with. We're against the Sad Tosk and Holy Science. All right, Prizzy. So obviously in these early ranks, guys, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just really just positioning. This is just the sort of stuff you're going to want to use to get out platinum. Obviously later we're trying it to first. Maybe you actually can't because, you know, the game's such a mess. You can't actually get to first, man. So, but this is the reality of how you rank up in this, you know, this game now. Thought about it. And I'm here. And then we move with the ball. So even though it goes up there, which I would normally side flip, I get to still move with the ball. So inside. And if I got around him, I'd go outside. What? That went into the floor. So inside. See how I take out 50 on the inside and look where it goes. It goes forward. Hopefully you can see that. All right. That's weird how it boring into the ground. Okay, we're here. And we're moving. It might get a ground pinch. There we go. Always be aware of that. A messed up. Has he got it? A messed up. Wow. It's a laggy server, this one. Messed up air dribble could just be a ground pinch for a lot of people. There we go. Take that. Notice side of the car. And it could be an opportunity. And now, we're last man, so we're going to go a little bit out. Still moving towards the net. A little bit out. Oh, this guy's setting up hook shots. Wow, my teammate's super hyper there. Could be a goal. Oh, yeah. Misread that. I thought my teammate was going to hit that. Let's have a look at this. It didn't really look like we were going to hit it. So, yeah, great flick to miss the target. Oh, missed it by a millimeter. I was ready to go and score. Should have stayed in position. Shouldn't have trusted it. But that came because my teammate dodged or flipped like past that guy twice trying to attack him. Just drive into him. Just drive into him or hit the ball. As the ball wasn't going anywhere. So just take the ball. Always prioritize the ball in those sequences. If you can. When you're here. Jump, rotate. Okay. We're going to move in here. We're going to grab and grab. I know he's on no boost. There we go. Don't push the... Notice I stopped when I saw him about to dive. You could learn a lot from that. So if he's about to dive this guy, I'll stop. That way, it's not going to go over me in the way that it will go backwards. I'll try and show you one where I'm driving forward in a second. So if I try and force this a bit, it's going to be awkward. That could be a goal. That's great bumps. Brilliant bumps. Right. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't get to show you. Nice. Come to daddy. Little hook shot here. Bonk. I don't know if you count that as a hook shot, but that's why the hook shot's so good. Or learning the hook is good because you can actually use it to set up bounce dribbles, carry dribbles, and so on. Okay, we're going to take this kickoff. Okay. Right, I'm going to try and show you how you get really heavily dunked, and probably it'll go on our net. Let me see if I can show you this. But this is something you want to learn. So, we're here. Okay, I'm going to do a fake here. A couple of fakes. Try and get some space. Didn't work. I think teammate's fine with this. Okay, so let's say I've got this ball here. And I just push it at this guy. Come on, challenge, challenge, challenge. Okay, they're not challenging in the same manner. But if they challenged the way they were before, like here, when they dove from here, like that, then it would go flying because they're pushing it into us. So this player, or I should say these players, are now getting a bit smarter because they're actually looking for angles. And that's really cool. So we're here. Guys, you're probably watching this going, well, what the hell? This is like, it's just the same thing over and over. I told you guys, it's the same thing over and over. But I'm really emphasizing it now. You almost want it to be boring because it's that repetitive. This game is on a constant loop that no one can see. It's a constant loop that no one can see. Oh, that was laggy as well. Okay, this is a goal. If he jabbed it, he scores. It's a shame. Yeah, he flipped it away, which kept it grounded. I thought he was going to jab that. We're turning here. They're sort of looking like they're trying to speed flip here. Okay. So, let me see if I can show you this. So, if I drive this like this really fast, notice that it doesn't work, basically. If he was to hit a 50 with me, it would go over the top. But a lot of time, because I'm going so fast, notice that he can just hit it to the side, and I'm going to continue moving away from the ball. That's what happened there. So, just keep that in mind. But when I'm here, it's a lot safer. I'll try and do it now. Here we go. They're just not missing. Hitting the target. There you go, teammate. Magic Johnson, baby. Woo! So again, always try and attack the middle when you're on offense. Not in that manner, you know. Sort of across the middle, I suppose, towards the net. But yeah, like that. More like trying to push it forward. And then we just drive off. Nothing special. Driving off. And we're here. Now I'm going to do this. Oh man, the flip. So that flip across move is something that you can do when you got space. So he had space, so he did it. Which makes sense because you're going to outplay your opponent. But you shouldn't do it if they're behind the ball because you'll just put it into them. But notice, it means he's on low boost. If you get good at that, you can put it into the boost. Wow, look at that. Well, we're actually going to, we're going to save that this time because these guys are actually able to hit that. There's a hell of a lot of misses here. And it's actually nothing to do with mechanics. That's the funny part. It's just to do with the speed these guys are going. I'm actually really curious to see the speed of these guys. They're just so quick. to nothing, you know? And they've got like great air control. You can watch, like, you can tell playing this game exactly how everyone practices. They just go Speedy Gonzalez in free play and reset the ball every time they miss. So they just get used to not having a consequence when they miss the ball. And they just practice air dribbles non-stop. You can just see it. Oh, go on. Hey, let's go. Oh, what a save. I mean, you could go faster than that, but I don't want to overdo it. We should be absolutely fine. Although, I was a bit worried when he was on the outside there, back here. Go on, teammate. There you go. Nice shot. Again, a lot of people are going to say, man, you suck. That's the thing. You know, I started uploading stuff on TikTok, guys. It's so funny because for some reason, I've put it on backers mod to show the ranks, but it's not working. But so many people are like, dude, I'm not taking advice from a Diamond 1 player because I literally, people think, how are you a Diamond 1? You look like a gold player. I'm like, this is great. I really look rubbish. You know what I mean? I look like a silver player. I look like I've been boosted. But I go up the ranks. It's crazy, isn't it? Because the game is not what it appears to be. That's what I love about this game. It's one of the few things where, you know, I suppose it's in basketball as well, like Jokic, you know, or Jokic, or however you guys want to say it, the Joker. How he sort of almost changed the game for centers. People go, well, he doesn't look very good, but he's like MVP all the time. And he's really good. He's got the championship and everything. And it's like, yeah, people don't know what they're doing. Right, I'm going to move here. Ooh, baby. We thought about it because sometimes people are hand off and then back to this position as second man. And you can imagine doing this, right? Because look, I'm doing exactly what you guys would do. So by the time we're going to leave Platinum, we're going to have a lot of understanding of second man. We're also going to have a lot of understanding of what these players can hit, and therefore when we should challenge. Cycling. We're going to take this and come here. Stay close to the ball, but on an inside position. Look at that, how it goes towards their net. It's an inside 50. See if I can show you again. See how it goes towards their net. It's an inside 50. I could sit here all day and farm inside 50s for you, but it's abuse, you know? That's the thing. But notice what I do. I'm basically cutting the bum of my car. I'm pinching. Let me see if I can show you what I'm doing. So I'll try it on this. Like, I'm pinching the bum of my car. See that? So I'm pinching that into the empty space so that it can't go behind. And I'm using the side of my car, that front corner, like a sword, like a glancing blow to force it into their net. Let me see if I can force a few of these things just so you guys can learn the secret of 50s here. So we're going to chase this down. It looks like it's off. We use the camera. And I'm going to kick out here. And then we can come up like that. That's a great shot. I think that might be the reason these are going in. Like, it could be lag related. Obviously there you would probably just boost and kick it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little bit later than it looks on the contact, I think. So it's not forcing it as hard. I swear, these people don't know left goes. I don't know if that's an American thing. So let me see if I can show you some inside 50s when we get a chance. Okay. I kind of wanted an inside 50 now. Okay, take a 50 with me. Take a 50 with me. Take a 50 with me. Okay, there's no 50 coming in there for ages. Obviously, you can't do it there because we're literally in line, so it's very difficult to do. Oh, that's probably a goal. Okay, I'm a bit confused what's going on here. Okay, this is a good opportunity. So I'm going to start seeing if I can deflect some of these 50. The ball's just so volatile in these ranks. It's just so volatile. Oh, hello. Did you not see me? I'll go back then. Again, teammate struggling there to see me. We'll let that go in. We'll let that go in. Yeah, maybe we won't. Yeah, we will. Because I snuck forward there. Again, these little sneaky extra hits, they were actually doing a good job of rhythm breaking there. Yeah, we'll let it go in because I was in the wrong position. I was in a bit of too much of an awkward spot there. I can actually see the lag playing me a little bit here because I'm moving to stuff that's not happening because I'm just misreading some of the connection times. Like that, looked like that was going to be a lot harder and lower, but it sort of bounced. That's fine. That's the whole point of this, is to have a challenge. We're here. Okay, come on. I want to show these 50s a bit more. This could be a goal. There you go. So, I mean, it's a strategy that works really well in these ranks, and actually in higher ranks as well. Is this all, and it shouldn't really, because people don't defend the corners right. So it tends to be goals, a lot of goals if you just wrap it around the corner. Do you know the crazy thing is, if you go back to 2015 when the game first came out, all people used to do to score was wrap the ball around the corner. The goalkeeper would miss, then you just tap it in. It's so funny. And it was always so confusing. It took people ages to adapt to that. And now we're like, well, people have adapted to it now, but the problem is it's still happening. We're going to move in here. We're going to take this now. I want to show you some 50s. Mind. I mean, these players are better than I'm giving them credit for, but I don't want to take over. It's a fine line, isn't it? You've got to look the part here. Got to look the part. You know, because so many people say no mechanics series, and then they're just scoring shots that the players can't. I think I've played fair in these. Nice shot. Because I'm not scoring a lot of goals, and I'm not making any like miraculous saves. Like, this is the thing. I'm not making saves I could easily save. People go, yeah, but you saved that. No one else. Right, I'll let it go in. It's not going to change much in the whole series, guys. Is that in? Take a 50 there. So I use a lot of the ball cam. You know, a lot of the ball and car cam mixing. And it's usually if I lose focus, but I need to hit the hitbox of the ball. Like, let's say I'm here. I might pop into it. Man, I wouldn't really there, would I? What a save from the teammate. I was looking for the demo. Look at this recovery. Drive up. As you fall, hold your air roll. Boom. Now, one of the mistakes people make is they hold their air roll or whatever. They'll always wave dash or flip. Well, you don't want to do that necessarily. You want to just come here and just, you can break and just stay behind the goal line. There we go. Turn up, up nice and high and away. We're here. Nice. That's great. And we're just going to drive in. There it is. Super duper slow. Great pass from the teammate. Keep it simple. How's it a goal? Well, this guy's stropping and that guy defended the corner. When you defend the corner, you can only hit it to the inside. Now, I know and I can appreciate for a lot of you guys watching this series who watch the other series and know a lot about my content, this is becoming extremely repetitive now, isn't it? I'm saying the same thing over and over. The same thing is happening over and over. And it's just a little bit, you know, it's the same thing over and over. That's my point, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Once people see what this game truly is, once they take their glasses, or put the glasses on the proper glasses, you know, the ones that were used in that film with Rowdy Roddy Piper, then they live, that is. They'll wake up. They'll wake up and smell the coffee. You guys are blinded because you're focusing so much on a ball. You're not even seeing any movement patterns, guys. So now I'm showing you the movement patterns. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And once you see it, you then need to think, right, how can I manipulate that pattern to my own success? How can I take that pattern and use it to win all my games? That is what you do. You need to go beyond the pattern. Because it's one thing knowing the pattern. These guys are team because that look pretty good. Knowing's not enough. We must apply. Bruce Lee said that. Bruce Lee. We're going to go here. We're going to go here and we move with the energy. We move with the energy. And then we can stop the energy right at the end. If they're good, they're a high level player, you might have to stop some of that energy early. We're going to do that just to back them off. And then this. Now this guy's going to go for the boost. When he doesn't. I need to get on the inside. There it is. So what I'll do is I'll slow down and get on the inside. See, I'm on the inside. So I'm pushing the ball slightly up the wall here. Is that inside position? See this inside position here? I'm slightly on the inside. Just so you're aware of the power of that inside position. The reason he missed those balls isn't because he sucks. He doesn't suck. The truth is, the reason he missed that ball is because everyone looks to go outside to score a goal. So this player has played hundreds of hours, or however many hours you play at this rank, and they've gotten used to people taking 50s from the outside. So they're trying to get the timing for that, but I'm doing it opposite. I'm literally playing the opposite to everyone else. So I'm inside, and he'll find this really hard to hit. See? He'll find that really hard to hit because he's expecting me to go to net. Same with this guy. So I'll put it here, and now I'll go inside again. And you'll see it's really confusing them. And so this is another one of my arguments is, if you play the same as everyone else, obviously, you know, Einstein, what's insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And that's what a lot of people do. But not only that, if you think about things, okay, and I use the analogy of a boxer. Usyk is the best boxer, one of the best boxers of all time right now, and he's a southpaw boxer. And the reason that's advantageous to him, not saying that you have to be southpaw to be the best, but it means as a southpaw, only, I don't know, what, 15% of the population, I don't know, left-handed, something like that. So as a southpaw boxer, he has faced loads of orthodoxes in training. 80% of his sparring partners will be orthodox opponents. Well, the difference is, where these these people fighting him, that only 20% of their partners have been southpaw. So he's seen what they offer, 80%, and they've only seen what he offers, 20%. And it's the same with this. Because we're an inside funnel, we're not diving, we're respecting each person's situation, we're doing things that no one's seen, and we can rep that quick. You can do this for a few weeks and you can get incredible results because you are basically going to have it in an extremely quick time, you know. So look at this. He'll find this difficult because I'm on a slight inside position, and it almost scored by his teammate because everyone challenges from the outside. And the reason his teammate would have challenged from the outside is because they would have been used to the opponents challenging and trying to score from the outside. So that is a massive tip. And we're here. That's a great pass. We just do that. Slightly inside. And notice that we win a lot of 50s. Captain 50. I don't want to take 50s as we go up the ranks. I'm going to avoid a lot of 50s just by moving the ball. But my point is that you can win 50s. That's a great flick in the Batmobile. You can win 50s because of these positions. So inside position. Now I get to the outside. Now I put a hook shot on. Zazaza. Do you see what I mean? It's really chilled but powerful. Outside, once you get space, once they give you that, then you go into the outside and you look to score once you've got space. Any time before that, it's inside. So when you look at me play, he's barely moving fast, he's barely jumping, he's barely dodging, he ain't speed flipping. Where's all the craziness? But maybe there's platinums out there and they're working on rings maps and they're doing all their aerials. You know, fair enough, maybe they want to try and future-proof themselves. But you can't beat what I just did there. Side flipping, and then we go inside. And then again, if we can't get a good inside position, we just turn away. And then here. Now, you think it probably goes against the grain, right? Because the thing is, these guys are defending the corner, which is crazy. And that is where the next level of skill comes in. I'll try and show you. So let's say I've got this ball, right? And I'm on the inside. And that stops them scoring because obviously the net's on the inside. I've got to re-get the possession. I've got to give them respect here till we re-get the possession. Here we go. No. Teammate. Sorry. We're here. Okay. So let's try again. Let me try and re-get this possession and show you how you quickly snap to the outside to then just go for the offense. And that's what's so powerful because so many people do it. Now, I didn't side flip into that, but I would recommend most people side flip if you don't have that quality of touch. Incredible, they got the aerials and everything. It's mad, isn't it? How good these players are. Here. And then we're back here. Swing in. I missed the boost. There we go. They missed that shot, but I could tell it was off because I spent so much time here, I could sort of tell where the nameplates go. And we're going to move here. Move here. And that's why you want to practice it. Because I've had, let's say I've got 100 hours experience in this position. They've not had 100 hours shooting against someone in this position. So their shots, they're so used to shooting open nets because everyone gives people open nets, right? I'm not. So it's different again. I think one more win, I'm hoping. This is going to be Div 4 and one more win to Div Platinum 2. I do apologise for the long episode here, guys. I can appreciate it. It's been a long one of, similar stuff. So I do apologise. Hopefully it'll get a bit more entertaining when we hit Diamond and the game starts to ramp up and hopefully we get more, I'll start adding some fun stuff so you guys can see some cooler things. But it is just that, and that's the point. It is just these very bare basic things that allow you to succeed. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're with King Bob, and we're against the Stars. Not in their eyes. And Spoonemidia. All right, come on. The idea is... Oh, I don't want to speak for that. The idea is we want to get these Platinum episodes out of the way quite quickly, and then we can focus more on the different divisions in Diamond. I think most of the player base is. I could be wrong. I'm not sure how many people are in Platinum. There still are people in Platinum, of course there are. But hopefully if you are in Platinum, and I know people who are in Platinum, and it's usually a really tough rank to get out of. This is going to help you quite a bit. So here we go. We're going to move away. And it's going to the corner, so I've already decided my situation. And then here, I'm going to touch this ball. I'm just going to drive it. And I'm going to move into this loose ball again, because I'm first man. And then I'm just going to look to drive it. But, like, I don't want to rush the driving at the net there. So when he was moving back, I can drive it at him because I got the momentum. But now he stops and he starts to try and move into me. I actually stop pushing it directly to them. Because if I do that, they're going to block it. That's how I end up in their net. They end up with the ball and I've got a terrible recovery. So that's where you're going to slow down and then think, how can I go around them? Even if it's just a millimeter, like we tried to there, just go a millimeter to the side. That'll be enough. Now, the reason we're in the middle is because of that exact reason. Now, if I wasn't in the middle there, if I was wide, that's a goal. Because he went straight to net. And you're going to get a lot of that in Rocket League, a lot of straight to net stuff. And the reason is because of the way the challenge will come in. When the opponents challenge your teammate who's trying to score, they'll be on the outside and the opponent usually will come from the inside, and that will create a pinch to net. So this guy's thinking about rotating. I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I jump because there's a bounce on the ball, which means it can go high. If he was under it, I'd jump higher probably. And we're just going to go here. And just chill. Again, we're just going to chill. Just chill. They're trying too much. Come here. Make this clean, guys. Make this look like a good player. Come in there. Boom. Come in there. Boom. Move here. That's going to roll up or bounce. Now move in here. Teammates there. Backflip. Boost as you flip backwards. Same when you front flip. Don't boost through all of it. Just boost. Like boost, let go, boost. You know what I mean? Don't boost through all of a front flip. If you are, we're going to boost. Okay, now we're here. Grab, up. The reason I go up, I want the higher ground. Even though it's on the outside, I want the higher ground. This is what gets this sort of stuff. I think the teammate's got that. Whoa, baby. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Oh, he got underneath me. That's probably a goal. Oh, what a save. But if you see your teammate doing that, by the way, what I was just doing, don't drive underneath your teammate and make it so they can't land properly. Again, this is why we're middle. Take that touch. Move here. Fake it. Grab. Move it here. If you're here, jump. Jump and do that little air roll there. So just air roll yourself to flat. And you're here. You see my teammates coming out of net, which means they can only put it towards the net. If they waited patiently there, I think we had 2 opportunities to score. And the reason they get these opportunities and I don't, think, well, why don't you get all these opportunities to score? Is because everyone attacks head on. So they don't funnel them into the corner and get the overcommits. They just attack them head on. Let's grab that. Nice shot. Great positioning. He had to there. The reason it was worth me taking the boost is because it forces them to collapse heavily. Yeah, exactly. Which allows my teammate an opportunity to score. Oh, that's a lag hit. Okay, well, I am first man now. So I'm going to move into this. And I'm going to go up, 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 up. There we go. And I'm just there. I can side flip. I can single jump. Sometimes I could even hit it if it was sort of stuck to the wall. But I'm just there. Free ball. It's not bouncing. I'm going to come here. I'm thinking about an outside position because there's no one around. So I will go for a little jump. And I'm here. Do that. Scares them. Do that again. Scare them once more. And that's a goal. Don't dive in to the net unless you're guaranteed to score. And if you're guaranteed to score, you don't even need to do it then most of the time because of the panic. They hear you. Boom. They heard me jump. They panic and miss. Just another one of those. That's going to frustrate them. If you play fast there, and I went fast, when he did that dive across, if he actually timed it right, if I was up trying to score that and he dove across, that would have been a 50. So many people miss easy goals because they try and push it into the net when they're already defending. They know what you're trying to do. Just put that inside to outside. Protect yourself at all times. MMA. Right, we're here. We're going to move. Now I'm on the wrong side. This could be awkward, yeah. So I know the back post was open there. We're here. Take that ball inside. That's fine. Because look, it goes to the corner. They cannot score in the corner. Whether you don't want to admit it, the people can't score in the corner. People go, yeah, but what if they got mechanics? Good luck. Because I ain't seen it. Until you get to the high ranks. And then, well, they will have mechanics. But then they've also played for 20,000 hours. Whereas you can just do this so quickly and rank up. And now I'm here. And then I'm on the inside, and I'm just trying to touch it to the outside. And if you can't touch it to the outside the way I'm controlling this ball, you would always side flip. I can't stress that enough. I don't have to side flip because I've got better touches. But I would, like here, I would just side flip. It doesn't change anything. But because I've played for so long, I can touch the ball how I want to touch the ball. I can actually sometimes bypass the side flip. Okay? That goal doesn't mean anything. People go, oh, you carried the ball. It literally is meaningless. It was 2-0. It was the end of the game, guys. Don't worry about it. Just putting it in just because I'm crazy like that. Right, are we platinum free, guys? Yeah. Are we platinum free? And the real challenge will begin, I think, when we hit diamond. But I don't know what rank that is. But let's get to platinum free today. I can appreciate this being an hour episode, guys. But again, this is just more so we're putting these resources down. Probably need one more, maybe two. These resources are just putting down the foundation for people who are low rank or for people who are really into this and they want to see all the minutiae details and they want a bit of a walkthrough. But it is the same thing, guys. If you're platinum, this is the way to play. And it will be in the higher ranks. People don't want to admit it, but it is literally the same. You just add a next ingredient on top of it. This is your base. This is your flour and your egg. Some people don't always want to add sugar. Maybe they put in a sweetener. We can add that. We got to get not the bacon. We got to get the flour and the eggs in first. All right? Bake that cake. Maybe that should be a catchphrase. Bake that cake. We'll say that. Bake that cake. When we say that, you know what it means. It means build the foundation. Bake the cake. All right, here we go. That's a coaching cue. Not a catchphrase. A coaching cue. Bake the cake. Okay, so we see this guy. He's backed off, so we don't have to go. And then we're here. And the teammate just used a lot of boost just to hit that away. Now we're here. We see this guy coming in now. We're going to go off. That's crazy. That's really well played. Nice shot. It's like he delayed it so much. It worked really well. I saw my teammate go up as I jumped there. So I sort of tried to cover the opposite to where they're going across. But my bad. Should have just gone for the ball. But I don't want to do too much. It's such an awkward situation, this rank. Okay, we're here. We're going to grab. We're going to grab. Try and touch that. That's bad. Try and stay on the inside. And we're here. Wow. Look at the flicks. What? What? Yo, what the hell? These players are insane. Offensively, they are gold dust. Defensively, they're rubble. All right, we're going to go in here. There we go. Very interesting, isn't it? Man, they got some moves on offense, don't they? But look at that. He just scored a flick into a shot, but then he just misses the ball. Here we go again. I do like the Esper. Oh, my goal. My goal. My God. My God. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, what's the film? Oh, My Germs. What's it? Scary Movie 2, I think it is. My Germs. All right. If you haven't seen that, you should. It's really funny. So funny, that clip is. Right. So now this is bouncing. If I'm a lower rank player, it's a goal. You know, because it's so awkward. Probably. Actually, these guys seem to hit areas. But what you would do there, I was in the right position. Perfect position. All I got to do is just jump up and side flip. It's literally all I got to do. I don't know. Maybe that isn't too much. Maybe it would be worth me showing you that. Because then you would be able to do it. My bad. I will start using the moves and then telling you how to do it. As opposed to trying to act like the world's worst player. Which is what I'm doing. But just purely positioning. So I thought about coming out there if they didn't get the touch. Back into net. Okay. Kill it. Inside. Notice that. Inside and I'm hooking to the outside. Oh, yeah. Nice teammate. But they went out a bit early. They could have used their camera, the car camera. Boom. See like this, so that I can see them. And I can see that there's a guy behind me. I can hear him. That's fine. Then I'm here. Okay, that's fine. That's why shadowing early is so important. Because, granted, I could have easily saved that shot earlier, like prevented it. But a lot of those really heavy bouncing balls come from that. There you go, look. Two players head-on collision, and the ball will often just pinch because of the way it is into the air. Whereas when you're not going head-on, that doesn't always happen. So we'll pick up this ball. See, let's see how it's like not as high. I'm going to take that. I'm going to move here. Up and away. And down with the ball. Okay, they've put it back up, which I actually don't mind that because it's going to take that guy off guard who was on the ground. Problem is, they're overdoing it. The flick into the shot was fantastic. This is too much. This is far too much. Here we go. That's a good shot because it's going to be awkward for them to see. And that's why you're going to get that opportunity. Jump, rotate, drive. He's not scoring that. No way. Up. Again, the reason I know he's not scoring it, up. It's a really nice move, that little fake there. The reason I know he's not scoring it is because his nameplate was not in line with the center of the ball's hitbox. Okay. So again, just seeing what they're going to do at this rank. Just seeing what they're going to do. Yeah, I know what they're going to do. Dive. So we might do a few control touches. The great thing about divers is they're really easy to beat because all you got to do is just put the ball at some sort of angle. And that can be an angle above them, below them, any sort of thing. Here, up, and away. And then in, and we're here. Teammate's going to push in so that we get onto the outside there. So I thought about taking it across because they backed off, but... And we're here. In. Out. So we are second man here. Great job. Nice shot. Nice save, because that was my bad, really. I thought they were going to instantly rotate. That's my bad. See, that'll happen to all of us. And so you just want to stay second even longer. It's like butting heads, but problem is everyone's going for aerials when the net's open. It's not so bad at this rank because, you know, anything on net will probably be a goal. When you get to the higher ranks, it's just so mundane. I mean, it's mundane anyway because nothing's actually happening. Okay, let's do some control here. I'm not going to power slide. There we go. Just not going to power slide, but again, it's clean mechanics, so you might want to learn from this. Didn't power slide into that, just slowed my car down so it gets it quicker. Then look at that empty jump at the end. This is why you don't dodge early. Everyone instantly double jumps or instantly flicks. Save it. That could be a tail whip flick. That could be me backflipping to get a good hitbox. It could be a lot of things. But give yourself that opportunity. Maybe I could just give him a little bump there. Okay, wrap that. But there's smashes come in, and then we're going to go into the middle. Here. But see, it's like that, and then that. And I appreciate it's maybe too precise. We're going to move in here early. Put it to the corner. Again, you could side flip there. The reason I've done that is to slow this teammate down. Inside position. There we go. We're out. We're out because he's going to flip. Oh, no demo. This could be a goal. No! Oh my god, we're so lucky. No demo and it bounced like that. Oh my days, that demo. I don't know what happened. Okay, we're going to be able to grab this. Up, down, bouncing ball. Touch, touch, touch. There we go. See, there's little maneuvers I'm doing to get the ball and touch. Because I can't, if I'm going to try and score and I'm going to net, I've got to adjust something. Hook shot, boom, touch. You see what I mean? Hook shot, touch. Ah, that's probably too much. But just practice it. Hook shot, it's just the fundamentals. Double jump. And you can place your double jumps by just where you get on the ball. So just you'll get used to being able to top corner those. But yeah, just practice those double jumps because that's clean offense. You saw it, you scored 2 goals there. Imagine if you're a platinum player and you're in free... Yeah, here we go, baby. You're in free play and you're literally wrapping this round. Like, just practice this because platinum free... You guys are spending thousands of hours on blooming air rolling for no reason. Imagine this. You come here, you just hook it off the wall, and then you just double jump. Oh, that was my bad. But you practice that too. But here, hook it off the wall, double jump. Here, there, hook it off the wall. Hook it off the wall again if it doesn't come down. That wasn't a high enough one. But just practice these things, guys. Hook, there, double jump. Or delay it. Or shoot it. You'd shoot those ones, but there, boom. But that's what you got to practice. Double jump. Just practice that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then what you'll do is you'll get into the hang of just shooting, reading. Whoa, that's fast. Do you know what I mean? That's where you want to get to. I want to be able to... Well, imagine I'm dragging this away from the opponents, right? So actually, let's do it from here. So I've took the ball off the opponents, or they've saved it, and I'm going to drag it. And I notice no one's behind me, so I can drag it. I could hook, turn, instantly try and center the ball to my teammate who can score it. Just something like that. But guys, there we go. We are into Platinum 3. My bad. That took a little bit longer than I expected. An hour episode. Let's have a look at the stats. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's see if we're keeping our promise. Alright, quite a few games there, guys. Do apologize. I didn't think it would take that many games. Okay, so game 1. Man, I barely did anything. Isn't that great? So, movement players, 40. Yeah, I mean, it's much lower. To be honest, it's lower this series than the last one. Although, that being said, we did start in Diamond 1. So, fair enough. 40. Positioning, all we're interested in for now. The big one. These are on ballchasing.com, by the way. Percent behind the ball. We're higher. We're going to win, usually. I've got to say, these are actually really good stats from people. Okay, here we go. 39 and positioning. Wow, hold on a second. 64, what? 69, what the hell? So yeah, we weren't very fast there. And percent behind the ball, 92. So this is our loss. We had a loss this episode. Team players, 38, so it's fine. So I'm guessing we didn't have enough percent behind the ball. Yep, notice our teammates are in the 50s, which shouldn't be a thing. And that makes a difference. So if you're losing games, look at why. It's usually percent behind the ball. Upload your replay to ballchasing.com and go behind the ball, and you'll see that if your percent behind the ball is lower than 60, I mean, I wouldn't want it lower than 75, 77 in this particular rank. As you get up the ranks, it can drop down, and the reason is because you can go in front of the ball to take it back. But for these ranks, just staying behind the ball is the surefire way of success, and you can stack upon that. Again, make your cake, okay? Get the base ingredients first before you add your toppings. So here we go, 5-3. Oh, that was Grand Plat. Yeah, okay. So, percent behind the ball, we were the number 1 there, and you can see the Smurfy guy was the lowest, so all that mechanics and no understanding of the game will equal no wins. And we'll look at speed, 46, 60. Yeah, really high, really, for platinum. Okay, 2-1 here, which was good win. Positioning, again, behind the ball, we were the highest. And movement speed, we were the lowest, 45. Again, it's progressively faster. 4-2, 44. And positioning, behind the ball, 87. And then 1-0. Let's have a look. Positioning. 87. We can usually find ourselves because we're there. And speed 44. So 44 seems to be quite often. There we had that good game there. That 3-0 game. Percent behind the ball, 91. Movement, 42. And then the last one that we finally get to Platinum 3. Yay, let's go. We had... percent behind the ball were high, but not the highest. They're getting better now, but teammate wasn't particularly high there compared to those two. Even though they were higher than our other teammates, they were still lower than the average in that game, which makes it hard. And a 46 speed. So there we go, guys. Nice and slow here into Platinum 3. We'll get into Diamond 1 next episode, and then we'll start the true challenge from there, because I think that's where the majority of the player base is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Sorry for the long episode. Look after yourselves, and peace out. Peace.